Welcome to the final episode covering the topic of warring. We won't be making more than one episode on one topic again. This was just an exceptional thing. By the way, the setup of these maps can be found on the rules or are visible in the maps of these videos. So, let's look into all the scenarios. When I first started making this mini-series, there were only 4 scenarios, but now on Tabletop Simulator and the second version of the game, there's now 5 scenarios. So I'll start with the smallest one, which is the Eastern Front. So I'll wait for this to load. Shouldn't take too long because it's the smallest one. Okay, here we go. So it includes all of the Soviet territories besides North Sakhalin, air control, and there's also these German territories, which you could see right here. The canal over here, or the strait. No matter what happens, it will always be under German control, so the Soviets cannot convoy raid ever, but the Germans can convoy raid them. And this A3, the convoy here, doesn't mean anything because there's no US. And includes 3 neutrals: Sweden, Switzerland, and Turkey. Invading Turkey would be pretty interesting because it will add an additional area to invade the Caucasus from. And as Germany, you win by taking Moscow, while the Soviets win by taking Germany, and Greater Germany. And if the Soviets controlled Greater Germany but didn't control Moscow, just like a normal game, the game will continue until somebody breaks with Dreadlock. And the Germans, they start off as I can't speak today. In an offensive in an offensive position, and the game is normally controlled by them because they get to choose where the battles will take place and where the Soviets will have to focus on. So they could go for the north, or for the center into Moscow, or the south in the Caucasus. As the Soviets, you really want to protect the Caucasus because you have an oil advantage, mainly because of the Caucasus. You need to defend the Caucasus. Plus, if the Germans do capture Caucasus, it'll be a free way into the Volga, and also into Moscow. I've only played this map a few times, but I think it'll be pretty interesting if the Germans try to using the Caspian to invade the Central Asia. So let me look into the next map, which is basically I'm pretty sure it's the Pacific War. So let me load this. So here's the Pacific War. Japan wins by taking India, well, rather India or Australia, and one of the following points: Alaska, Hawaii, and the Western US. So they just have to capture 2 points to win. Rather India, Australia, and one of the 3 areas in the US, rather Alaska, Hawaii, or Western US. While the Allies just win by capturing Japan, and we have to hold all the other points. We have to hold India and Australia, and obviously the Americas. And in this scenario, you could see how nine options really isn't a lot. And if you reach the I'm pretty sure it's the orange zone. Yes, the orange zone. It's basically a death penalty for Japan, because as Japan, you have to focus on one thing, because you can't focus on everything and hope to succeed, because yeah, you have loads and loads of options, so 9 is basically nothing for Japan. For the Allies, what they have to do is basically get a belt around Japan, and I've seen one of the players I played with before try focusing on I-9, and just like form a belt across from Burma to the Indian and Pacific Oceans to try connecting each other. So yeah, as the Allies, you have to create a belt basically. So let me draw a belt, just like from all the way here. Let me. Also, as Japan, you should try avoiding P-19, because that's normally where the Americans would go and take you out. It doesn't matter how big the belt is, but you have to just try trapping the Japanese, and then just chip away against them, just break them down, take more and more ground, and the Japanese would just lose basically. And the Air Force is extremely significant in this game, because you want to use it to destroy the Japanese industry. Also, I cannot stress this enough, the Indies are vital for the Japanese. If they lose the Indies, they might as well just surrender. So the next one is what's meant to be North Africa, but I'll go over that. I'll go over it a bit later. First, I'll go on to the next one, which is the European scenario. Oh wait, I nearly forgot. On the Pacific scenario, which well, based on the Pacific scenario, the Brits and Americans, they only have 6 options, so it's a bit more fair. So everyone has 6 options besides the Japanese in this Pacific scenario. So the European scenario is just getting set up, and there's the Soviets, British, and Americans against the Germans and the Italians. And the Allies, the Brits and Americans, they again only have 6 options, because one, they're focused on the Pacific, because like a certain amount of them is obviously focusing on Europe. On the Pacific, there's only 6 options, the same as for Europe, just to make it a bit more fair. Because in the global scenario, they obviously can't spend all 9 in one front. But yeah, so as previously said, both of the Allies, besides from the Soviets, have 6 options, and the Allies win by capturing Greater Germany. And yeah, so and the Axis win by capturing. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, the Allies have to capture Greater Germany, while the Axis have to capture 2 of the following points: Moscow, Great Britain, and the Eastern US. And some of the options in the Pacific, such as Iran, like it exists in both the Pacific and European scenarios. Just it's not that significant, but I think just so you know, when judging if something goes to Pacific or European scenarios, if Iran was in the Pacific, it could still be in Europe. And as previously, just like the Eastern Front, North Sakhalin doesn't exist for the Soviets. I haven't really played this one that much at all, but basically, it's similar to Pacific, as you have to hold down the Axis and then slowly defeat them. For the Axis, what I'd recommend is stopping the Brits by, well, there's only 2 sea zones surrounding Britain, so it's pretty easy to trap the Brits by so if you moved these 2 ships and tried keeping the Brits in while focusing on the Soviets, it'll basically allow you to destroy the Soviets while keeping the Brits away. And then when the Soviets are dead, you can kill the Brits. I mean, you'd win the game. But the US are basically the biggest tide changer, so you have to be wary and hold off the US, which normally become a threat by turn 3. So let me go on to the fan scenarios, but oh wait, no. So I've got the North African scenario ready, and well, no, before I uploaded this video, well, while I was writing the script, there was only 4 scenarios, and I put down the North African scenario as a fan scenario because well, it's not my friend, but I saw someone make a North African scenario. But now the Nightingale Games have implemented it into the second version of the game. I haven't tried this version yet, but but I got some info from some of my friends who have played it, and the Axis they win by capturing Egypt in the Middle East, while or by capturing the Eastern US and Great Britain. That's really unlikely. The Allies they win by capturing French Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, not Tunisia, sorry, and also Libya. So we have to control all of North Africa to win, while also obviously holding the Middle East and their capitals. Well, yeah, I think I've explained loads of times as to why. Because if you lose your strategic point, you don't win until you take it back. And all the neutrals aren't in a game, aside from pro neutrals who work as any other scenario. So trading isn't allowed, just like with any scenario besides the global. And so that's pretty much it for all the scenarios. And now this is a scenario, but even though I originally put it down as a fan scenario. So let me I have to click off this. Well, when you get the if you have Tabletop Simulator and you get the if you get War Room, you won't get any other fan scenarios. But I got the well, this is the one which I used, but this is an older version which isn't automated. You have to do it all manually, and it does include the fan scenarios. So I'm going to stop recording right now and get the fan scenarios ready. The first scenario which I'll cover right now is the what's called a world divided, and well, as previously mentioned, it doesn't exist, and if you do want to try playing it, you should use this version. Right now, I'm just using this version because I previously had it opened, and yes, I'll just use this for all of them. Besides the 1941 scenario, which is only on here. Well, I'd recommend using on here because it's its own scenario. On the you can open and install the units on there and everything. So let me explain the world divided. It basically makes the communists their own side. So basically the Soviets and also communist China, which controls Xinjiang and Singhai, Singhai, Ningxai. well, Ningsei, basically. And normally, to know who's who, you'd put the Kuomintang stickers on these three, while you'd keep the communist Chinas as their normal flag, which is yellow with a red star. And yes, that's pretty much. And also, there are some extensions like with the carrier. I'm pretty sure like they generate a bomber and a fighter with it. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, you have the option to make peace with countries and also declare war on them, which is really cool. So as the communist Chinese, you could choose to make peace with the Kuomintang, so you both work together against Japan. Okay, I fixed the background sounds, and oh yeah, by the way, on Arabia, this is only minor details, so that's why I didn't explain it. This outline basically represents this is Saudi Arabia, well, this is the rest of Southern Arabia, it's like Yemen, Oman, the UAE, and Qatar. So the next one was one which I made. It isn't actually quite done yet. It's basically an extension to Battle of the Kursk. Well, it's the extension to it's an extension to the Eastern Front, and I based it on the Battle of the Kursk. And I played on the the other version of Warring, which I explained, which is over here. Right now I'm on this one. I'm just going to draw the boundaries just to explain. This is basic. Hang on, I'm just drawing which who controls what on the map. Wait, one thing. I forgot I ran. And let me draw the front. By the way, it is the Balkan Zogotrot by Germany. It's still a 1v1. And Bryansk starts off in battle. That's the major difference to the front lines. And Iran is controlled by the Soviets. And I also added a like a partisan feature. Just like every couple of turns, partisans would rise up to the Balkans just to make it a bit fair, since Germany has a huge resource boost now. And in round one, units are being built in Khabarovsky. So what the Germans basically need to do is to advance as fast as they can, because by around turn 6, it's pretty much over for the Germans. They have to do as fast as they can before Soviet reinforcements would come, which would basically be just a huge stack on Khabarovsky. And the rails are disabled for the Soviets. They have to move and move and move. And when they reach the Germans, there'll be so many Soviets, so the Germans would lose, unless they take what they need to win. The victory conditions are the same. The Soviets need to take Greater Germany, while the Germans need to take Moscow. And now let me move on to the Final Fan scenario. By the way, I'm not going to cover the world scenario. Well, you can see the world scenario, because I already made videos explaining everything about the global scenario, and for the strategies, I'll put the link into a series, a whole series which talks about the strategies. I'm not going to make a whole series about the strategies, because it's a really dense thing, and it was made by Nightingale Games. I'll put on the description a playlist to the strategies. So let me open up the and so here is the most developed fan scenario, which is a 1941 Ostea scenario. You can see some minor changes, like the Chinese are with their with the flag which they normally come with when you buy the base game. I'm pretty sure this is rotated a bit differently. the flags, or they're in the different places. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks kind of different. And so let me go to the elephant in the room. First of all, there are units already being built. There's also these stars, which are for capitals. I'm pretty sure they also come with the base game. I don't know why they're not in the tabletop simulator, which I used, but maybe maybe there was like a glitch or something with them. The Soviets have a fleet over here, and they don't have a fleet over here. And yes, you could. So there's loads of units being built, and this is like, it's not entirely historically accurate, because the US are at war during well, before the Germans are at Moscow. But it's meant to be a ball game and meant to be fair, so I think that's probably why. So yeah, the Soviets aren't that strong in the board regions, and they'll probably take loads of stress. The Chinese are more stronger because the Battle of Nanking is still happening, but it looks like the Japanese are probably going to win that. Yeah, definitely. There's some Chinese units in Burma, and the Japanese only just have taken Thailand. I'll talk about the India. Oh yeah, there's an extra quote unquote nation, which is a duchy. Well, it's the Netherlands. I'll talk about them soon. Let me just look across. So you can see Erwin Rommel there. He's normally there, and the Brits are just about going to take Libya, and this is before the Axis fully take over Greece. So you can see a battle of Crete happening with the New Zealand guys. And also the units, well, the neutral units are on the countries, so you can see. The US, they're building loads and loads of units. So if as the Axis, you want to capture as much land as you can. You can see the Pearl Harbor happening, and looks like there's going to be a midway battle soon. And the Japanese, they have loads of units and they have loads of opportunities because the most of the Pacific is not powered by that much by that much country, so the Japanese can just storm all of Asia. So it's kind of unbalanced there. But on the other hand, the US are building loads of units. So it's basically a death sentence if the Axis fail to capture anything in a few turns. So let me explain the Dutch East Indies. So they're their own country, so to speak, but they're not controlled by anyone. And if the Axis attack them, so if Japan attacks them, they don't take any stress, and they earn medals even though it's neutral, so they earn medals. But if the Allies attack them, they will take the first stress point if that's the first neutral they attack. And if they do capture territory, they do not get a medal for it, because normally when you attack neutral, you don't get medals for it. And all the Sumatra, Java, and the Celebes are all classed as the Dutch East Indies, as the Netherlands. There are loads and loads of different different fan scenarios, especially on what's it called again? Board Game Geek. So you can go on there to see them. I've also seen a few on the Discord servers, like the World Divided, and also a different one which I think shut down or something. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah. So there is a different one where I found some people focusing on Operation Sea Lion, which is pretty interesting. So that's pretty much it for all the scenarios. I'd definitely recommend checking them out and playing them. It's sad that this one is an automated. When the Nightingale Games chose the North African scenario, when they announced they're making a new scenario, I assumed it was the 1941. But either way, it's still good that they have a North African scenario. It's pretty interesting. So now you're gonna see the an edited gameplay video of us playing the European scenario, or we might play a different scenario. We're not exactly sure yet because we're still organizing times. Okay, so I'm gonna have a game of Europe, and I'm gonna be joined with Cody. And I'll be the Axis and they'll be the Allies. Are you there, Cody?
Yeah, sorry, I'm around.
Let me start the German decisions. By the way, I'll edit out any of the unimportant bits. I'll just like show the highlights of the video.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a better way to do it.
Okay. What should I do?
Are we going to be discussing our strategy at all as we go through this?
Yeah. What? We're gonna do that once we're showing our strategies, because if you say what you're doing right now, then I'll obviously know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I thought, is that once the orders get revealed, we can kind of explain ourselves a bit.
Yeah. So right now we're quiet, so I'm probably gonna cut this part out.
Perfect.
Because I don't want it to be 90% silent.
Yeah, that's a waste for everyone.
Okay.
Who was that scene? There was someone who was in the Discord who was talking, and they said there was this Japanese invasion of America, and they said it was just unreal that it happened.
Oh, that was on Shershaw who showed it, where there was the bombings and everything. That was honestly incredible. Literally, the whole US was completely wasteland. It was worth nothing.
Yeah. That's madness.
I really want that to happen. I'm gonna try destroying the US. Trying to think now what. I think I'm happy with all my decisions. I'm not gonna change them. It would be pretty cool if there's some kind of feature about the Free French, so no, it'd add a bit more significance to the rest of Africa.
Yeah, I think that would be a fun way to do things, adding something for the Free French. I'm not sure how to implement that in a balanced way, because what seems like a thing right away is basically an infantry spawns in Africa somewhere, and then it's just like a headache, like a little fire the Germans have to put out.
Yeah. Maybe it could just be like a bonus, so it's, well, actually no, that would just work as any other territory. Yeah. I don't know. Well, it would take some thinking about, or maybe like each turn, the German player would just have to choose to make one of their French territories be worthless of one resource. It's not like a major thing, but just like a minor thing, just to add some significance to Free French.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh.
Let me press the button.
Okay.
Bid 3.
You bid 5 in total, which is quite a bit. You really want to go first? Jeez.
Or last.
I really doubt that.
Okay, so.
And then I just make the Germans go last.
British one in a second. Soviets, they're going after the Germans, so doesn't much matter. The Americans, do they want to go last, or do they want to go before the Italians?
Wait, isn't it your choice?
Yeah, I'm just looking here. Alright, are we recording again?
I've been recording this the whole time. I'm just gonna crop out the bits which don't really matter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It'll be easier if I record all of it rather than making it like separate things.
Yeah. That
okay.
Makes sense.
So
Alright, so
I'll explain what each of these turns mean. So I'm moving this to a G11. Some moves I can't really explain right now, but it's related to the
strategy.
What?
It's a longer term strategy that you're setting up.
Yeah, but I'm just moving them here just to focus on the Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
And so 61 is the Ukraine. I want to move them to Caucasus because, as you can see, they have 2 oil, and I really need some oil from the Russians. The Russians without the Caucasus are just a chicken with our head. So I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make number 22 and 37 on Leningrad just to take some land off them, just to destroy them. And also to spread them out because the Soviets will have to focus on A, Leningrad or B, the Caucasus, which I'm really happy about. Number 33 to G6. Oh yeah, to the Ukraine to defend it, just in case if someone try attacking it. Number 48 to G7, obviously to Belarus because that's probably the most important thing at the Eastern Front. Because if you take Belarus, pretty much everything is open to you. And number 1 to A6. I think that's pretty self-evident. I want to destroy the Brits. I want to trap them in a little cage. Wait, what? Why? Oh wait, direct. Oh my, I'm an idiot. I wrote A5 instead. Wait.
Oh, the typo.
I have a type for. Okay. Is it fine if since it was just a typo if I just do it just
was it going to be
A7? Yeah, it was A. Wait, no, it was A6. It was A6.
Okay, is there a way around it to A6?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna
wait.
drop them and then?
Oh yeah, there isn't. No, there isn't. Never mind.
No, the only thing you can do is you have. Oh no, that wouldn't work. Never mind. So you could bring them to A6 and then it gets pinned in A7 and stuck there.
Well,
if that's what you want. I don't know.
I might as well do that so I can kill this guy off.
Yeah.
You were telling me about how important A6 is, but now I can only send one guy there. It's pure hell.
We'll see how that battle goes.
Oh my. If you mute. Well, wait. Do you have any more? No, you don't. I'm really think I can win this. God damn it.
So something interesting here is that had the 5th Fleet moved first, they would pin the 7th Fleet of the UK, and the 3rd Fleet could have moved through that into A6.
That's true. I wish I'd done that. This is just annoying.
Yeah.
In the normal game, just to clear up to everyone. If in the normal game, when you can't make new decisions, it was just because I done a little typo.
Yeah.
So let's see what the Brits will do.
So here's the British. First move is this fleet to A7.
Well, they're pinned.
They're pinned. I assumed I would be going before Germany, and then I'd be able to rally the troops together and make it harder to take that over, or make it easier to keep those ships, I should say. But life took a turn, so that's that. 63 to B16. So a big part of my British orders were to gamble on the Middle East. Most of my orders are taking place down here.
Okay, I'm really excited for what I'm going to do.
I made a typo on this one as well, actually. The 63rd Army is in B16. I meant to send them to B5.
Oh.
So, typo for typo?
Yeah, deal. Sure. Typo for typo.
Okay. 3rd Fleet moves to M5.
Running away. Okay.
2nd Fleet to M5. 9th Fleet to M5. That's in a valid order. That's too far.
Definitely.
Well, should have planned ahead. And then the 11th Air Force to France. This is a questionable one. I thought you might move the 72nd Army. And if you did, there'd be an opening to strat bomb France. I don't want to let any
I don't want any units to do a D-Day on me.
Yeah, that's fair. And as it stands, I'd be sending 3 fighters and a bomber, and I would get eaten alive by all the anti-air dice from the artillery. So I'm just going to cancel that order, throw it away.
And so let's see what the Yankees will do.
All right, so the Americans moving down to secure this. If the Germans want to trade for oil, they need this sea zone bordering Venezuela, so I'm just cutting that off.
Oh, it's good I'm invading the Caucasus then, because I won't need any Venezuelan oil.
Yeah. So this Air Force is coming over. Again, it covers the convoy zone, and it will land in Iceland eventually. The 14th Air Force is a fighter and a bomber, and this one's going to Greater Germany. This
We'll
one, I
see how
think
it
I
goes.
will risk it.
Risk?
2 fighters and a bomber. Yeah, I'll risk it. If I can get a lucky strat bomb, that would slow down your game significantly to lose those rail yards there. So, worth the gamble.
Oh well, we haven't even seen the battles. This already doesn't look good for me.
12th to A2.
Oh yeah, Eastern Canada. I got a bit confused.
27th Army moves down to A12.
You really want to protect South America?
Well, I mean, this is telegraphed now that it's out there, but this is a southern feint.
Yeah.
Moving down.
Oh, well, that's not really good. Oh, wait,
82nd would have moved to A15 as a feint over here. But that option I was ready to throw away because I wasn't really sure, but thought it might be fun.
Okay.
Alright, so the Soviets.
This is the one I'm most worried about.
Oh, yeah. So the 58th Army is going to rail into Moscow. 34th Army is going to rail into Moscow. 21st Army is dropping down to Caucasus.
Oh, God.
So the difference in this battle right now is that you have more tanks. So I'm not sure how that one will play out. It'll be bloody and inconclusive, probably.
Yeah.
11th Air Force moves to G7. So you did actually you predicted right that was where my move was going to be this round. 13th Air Force to G7. 15th Air Force to G7.
One of the advantages about going last is that you'll be able to know where everyone goes and cancel it, which I think is really good.
Yeah, that's the balance. If you go first, you can move without having to worry about a lot of pins. But if you go last, you can have a chance to cancel your orders. In this case, the 66th Army is reinforcing Leningrad here.
Not good.
So I'm that other one looks like it'll be bloody and inconclusive, but I think you have the edge as it stands. And the 26th Army is just moving up here.
I mean, I'm scarred from Leningrad because of, last time I had a battle in Leningrad. So I think you just about have the edge based on my luck.
The dice can be a harsh mistress.
Agreed. So I was planning to invade Egypt, but I wanted the Germans to do something else. I'm going to cancel that because I'm just going to commit suicide then.
Yep, that makes good sense.
So for the Italians, for the Navy, I'm going to move to M3. I don't see any reason why not to do that. Plus, I can convoy raid them, which is great. Number 12 to M3. Yeah, okay, sure. Number 11 to M3. I was expecting for a huge battle here, so that's why I moved loads of men. I'm obviously going to move these guys over here to reinforce Africa. And as for this move, yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. At first, I was thinking about changing my mind because to help the Germans fight the Soviets, but now I'm seeing all these units in Egypt, so I'm going to change my mind. Okay, the US not the US, but the Brits are the only ones with a carrier.
Yeah, so I can send an Air Force in to die. I guess the decision right now, as far as strategy goes, is this carrier fighter. I could send it into M3, just take some free shots and maybe damage something. the counterpoint to that is that the fighter would certainly die, guaranteed. And it's free in that I don't have to build a fighter, the carriers just spawn them.
Yeah,
but it would go on the stress chart, and I feel like the British are going to lose some big ships this round, or in and around England. So I don't want any unnecessary stress. So I think I'm just going to leave him right there
okay.
and not make a commitment that I don't need.
And so, alright, let me save this right now just in case.
Yeah.
Because normally it crash. Well, it doesn't crash, but it lags quite a bit here, so I don't want it to crash.
Yeah.
Save game.
You press R to get it to resolve, right?
Yep. R for resolve.
Let's do this one.
If I lose this, I'm going to be heavily disappointed.
This could go. Oh, we'll see.
Well, there's no point in them going escort, so I think this is pretty much as best as it gets.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I recommend your battleship be anti-air, based on how much planes it got.
That would be crucial. The strategic decision right now is that if I move my cruiser down, I can get an extra die out of it, but that exposes my battleship to danger. And I would rather. Yeah, one die is going to make a big difference.
Reds and blues. Go on, red. Too much yellows. Oh, I'm not happy with that at all. I'm not happy. Too many. I see too many blues and yellows. Way too many. At least I didn't lose entirely. It's still in a standstill. So far, every battle is a standstill. Right
Very inconclusive battle.
Refin deploy.
Okay, so everyone's got a.
Let me move these guys to Libya. Do I have any more planes? No, I don't. I'd recommend moving the planes in Bryansk back to Sverdlovsk. My honest opinion.
Tempted. Okay, the Soviet planes are all done. American planes need to come home. Now I just need to ready up everything.
Oh, there's the Italians. Lost them. And so, morale, my least favorite bit. You here?
Yeah, sorry,
No, as in, like, are you by the morale board? Right, yeah, there you are.
yeah, I'm up here.
Okay. Okay, you got quite. Oh, wait, we're both. Oh no! I can't get 90. If I get 90, I would have cried. Not good for me. And you don't. Do you want to spend any of your medals?
No, I'm gonna hold on to that medal.
Okay. Just press done.
Yeah.
Phase 7.
So, production. Okay, so there's a production summary showing up. Italy was the only one that bought a ship, and not much for Air Force is produced either. Everyone's investing in a land war.
Just look at what you built. So, Brits, they're trying to work on the Air Force, understandably. I can't let the Brits stay alive. They're going to bomb all of Berlin. The Americans also, most of these two focus on the Air Force, which is not good. The Soviets seem pretty typical. It's basically what the Germans done, just since they're poorer. Okay. Too bad the others can't join in because they're busy. Krasnoyarsk. Yakut. I'm just reading out what the Soviet regions. You know the option for surrender is still open for you.
Give me another round. We'll see how it goes.
Oh god, I bid way too much.
Aha.
Oh wait, no. This is really not good. Not good at all. Okay, I make the Germans go first, please. Oh wait. Oh no, the Soviets choose. Soviets.
Okay. Yeah, the Soviets choose. The Soviets want to go. I don't think between the Allies. I don't think I have any clever pinning crap to do, so I think I can just throw them all in order.
Okay, now the Brits.
So the British want to go before or after the Italians? The British want to go after the Italians.
No! No, oh, no. No, oh, you ruined everything for me. I'm not happy at all.
And that was sheer luck, because they both bid 0.
I know. I was assuming that. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Do you know what was gonna? I'll explain it while we're making the decisions. And originally, I was hoping that the Brits they're gonna go first. And if the Brits are moving to M3, then I was gonna move here to invade the Middle East.
Yeah.
But I don't want to risk it and get these guys killed, so I'm gonna cancel that order. And 1 to M1 because I want to run away from the Brits.
Oh yeah, I got you guys landed and then get out of the danger zone.
I need to stay away from Britain.
11th Air Force to A6. So this is going to be a big battle here in A6.
Oh, I'm petrified. If I lose this battle, I think that's the end of me. If I lose it.
2nd Fleet to M3. So you did predict that right. The 2nd Fleet is moving in. Okay, here we go.
This is what I need to capture. Well, like this is what I need if I want to win. Archangelsk Volga line. So let's start off the last round for the day. At this point, we might be finished just today if this goes bad enough.
Yeah, if this goes sideways.
The Soviets are earning more oil than the Germans. They literally have nearly as much resources as the Germans. That's when you know it's getting bad.
That's tough. It's a hard day.
Okay, so let's make the decisions. Oh, I thought I was making such good decisions. I was happy with what I was doing. These guys. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna throw what I can into a sea lion. I really want to do it. It might not be strategically beneficial, but I really want to do it. That's my logic. I just want to do it. What the hell? Why would you bid so much? I really.
Absolutely sure.
No, I should have bid it. I should have bid all my oil. No, this is not good. I mean, you accidentally make yourself go second.
Okay, United Kingdom wants to move before or after Italy? Before or after Italy?
Do you want me to move it for you?
No, I'm just plotting out my set here.
Oh, I really wanted you to go after. You always make the Americans go last.
That's because most of their moves are really important in my mind.
You know, at this point, there doesn't even need to be the Americans. You might win even without them.
Well, I think that big American stack in England is going to make the biggest difference.
Yeah. This is my doom. I'm doomed. Okay, 49. What's number 49?
That's Libya.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is the only place which I'm not losing in. Not winning, but not losing. Africa.
Well, I think the Italians have enough guys that Africa should be good to go.
Yeah. 86. Oh yeah, that's these guys too. The Ukraine. Should I wait?
So that's going to be a tough battle, but it is what it is.
14 to R4. I'm cancelling that because, well, I want to stay here. You've given the Italians the vacation, which is great.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the Soviets get to pick a place to go.
Oh my god, look how much battles there is. Hang on, let me take a screenshot before you do it.
Okay.
Jesus. This looks awful. Just by the time the Allies actually liberate Egypt and hold off the Germans in Britain, all of mainland Europe will be controlled by the Soviets, besides Italy, of course. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Alright, are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go. And if Sea Lion fails, then the Americans are all going to be storming into France. And only in round 3. That's just crazy. Okay, so Brits, what were you going to choose? Don't choose the Operation Sea Lion yet.
I don't think I have any other options as the Brits.
No, you have
the only one.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay then. So let's see Operation Sea Lion.
Yeah, do you want to save it right before we do this?
Yeah. Let me save. So wait, are you gonna pick it then?
Yeah. Oh.
Look at all of these units. If all of them die, I think I'll move to a red zone. The red's definitely a fail.
Yeah. So you need to pick your stances first.
Yeah. 12 die. But I have the bombers. I'm gonna move these on strategic. And these guys to fight the planes. Oh, I really need the rolls. I think I need to go all perfect to do this. I don't know.
Get as many ground dice as you can to clear it all out.
I think that's the only chance. I need at least 30. 24. Okay, that means I have to move some of these down.
Yeah, and some of your aircraft will get hit, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to overdo it.
I think this is. Wait, could you repeat that?
Oh, because aircraft casualties are taken off before the ground rolls are done. If you're at 30 but you lose a bomber, then you'll get knocked back down to 26.
That's true. Oh.
So if you overdo it a little bit, like if your strat bomber, if you're going to take England, then if it has ports or not, doesn't matter at all. So I would say take the bomber off strat.
That's true. I was just thinking if I do fail, then I want to at least do some damage. But yet again, after I fail, the game will be over.
Yeah. Go big or go home.
Yep, that's true. So, let me press ready. I pressed ready. Oh wait, you haven't.
It's my turn now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move all these guys down here. I try to get as many ground dice as I can. So the air rolls. Lots of yellows and blues. Like to see that. Oh, that's a couple reds. That hurts.
Okay, let me. I want to destroy the Brits because for the Americans they can just build infinite amount of things, but for the Americans,
yeah. Well, and stress for the British is going to be a big deal this turn because they've lost some territory. They're losing a bunch of units. If they lose Britain as well as a bunch of extra stress from casualties, that will be horrific.
Yes, I really want it. Oh, that's too much greens. Too many greens. At least you got some.
Well, you're throwing all that air, so at least you're not going to change the.
Oh.
Thin out the bombers a little bit.
So now it's the land units, right? No.
We're on the second round of air stage.
Okay. Wait, I don't understand. Wait. Oh yeah, because we roll in rolls of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot how much rolls I got for the planes though. Wait, no. Is this for?
Okay.
I'm confused.
So this is the second batch of the air rolls.
Yeah.
So right now you're sitting on 2 blacks and 2 whites. So if you spread them out, you can kill 2 units.
Okay.
Big fighter, then damage another, probably damage a bomber, and then the whites clean off both of those.
Yeah. No, I'm aware of. I'm just I'm not sure whenever we have to roll like a new batch because it doesn't say how much air rolls you got over here. It only says the land battles.
Oh yeah.
Too many green. Gee, that was perfect. What the hell? That was all greens and blacks. That was pure. That was the perfect roll you could have ever got.
Boy, that was bloody. Now for the ground stage, because it only gets worse. Alright, this is going to be painful. So you can assign some hits.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the first batch of land dice.
Oh wait, sorry. I blacked out for a bit. I want to destroy the Brits the most, so continue doing this.
Yeah, lean on Britain.
And yeah. Too bad he's going to heal automatically.
There's another batch of dice after this one, so.
I can't believe you rolled all greens on 10 dice. Is that honestly perfect?
That's bonkers.
Oh, I'm telling you, I have such bad luck. Operation Sea Lion.
Just hates you.
This is the failure, the massacre of England, where every single plane got destroyed. Well, not every, but every. That's the best thing you could have done. That's perfect for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
let me. I don't think this is going to succeed. Well, I'll.
4 dice left to get 3 green hits.
That's not going to happen. Sunny Blues against artillery. Why? No. You're gonna.
Just a slaughter.
You killed everyone.
And you killed everyone.
Oh, I both has killed everyone. Okay, that's good.
That's amazing.
Oh my god! Look at all this. After we do all the battles, I think, and after we do the stress, I think we'll end the game here on round 3. Well, with the beginning of round 4. I don't think I can recover from this ever. That was just crazy. All those fighters.
Oh my goodness.
At least
that was everything.
Yeah, at least it'll make for a good video. Jesus.
Okay. Soviets got tanks there, guys. Onto the morale board. Ugh.
Right now I'm really gonna enjoy the morale board. Actually, no, I'm not because you got all greens. Never mind. I still can't. You got 10 rolls, all of them greens. So, that's nearly. That's just as bad as Leningrad. Each game I'm having, it's gonna give me a scar for. At least I got my first medal, which is after 3 rounds, I get my first medal. Okay. Hopefully I don't get too much stress. Okay, so far everyone has. Oh, look how much the British are getting. Oh my god, the Italians! Italy, what the hell have you been doing, bro? Yes, the Brits. Oh wait, no, oh my god, I'm getting more. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. 100. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
That hurts.
I'm telling you, bro. But this game hates me. It wants me to just stop playing. Jesus.
Okay, so medals and civgoods.
You know what? I need to spend this. Actually, I just want to keep. At least I can say I have a medal. There's no point spending it. I'm probably gonna move to a black zone. Jeez.
Germany is in the red zone.
And for the Germans, free resources. And each time I'm gonna lose free resources, so eventually I'm just gonna have nothing. 100 stress points, 1 turn. Okay, the game is over in just round. Oh, okay. So what's the treat? You can use the pen. Firstly, what's gonna be the limitations on Germany? Actually, can we start with Italy first, since they're not gonna be treated as harshly?
Yeah. Well, here's the issue though, because I mean, historically, the Russians and their allies didn't get along too well.
Yeah.
And looking at the Eastern Front, how that is, like, Russia would probably accept nothing but total surrender of the Germans, and the Allies would be basically trying to negotiate for the existence of France.
Yeah, so the Soviets will probably be way more harsh. Well, the Soviets, they don't have anything on Italy, so it's probably going to be between the Western Allies and Italy.
Yeah, the Western Allies and Italy probably just want Egypt back, and we'll call it a day at that.
Okay, and Italy...
Italy's in good position otherwise.
Okay. Also, can Italy have Crete?
Yes.
Okay. Can we... Since, in the aftermath, they'll just be like World War III or something.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, my firm guess would be that the Soviets, the Eastern Front right now is really messy, but the Soviets probably would just keep marching.
Yeah, they'll probably take all of Germany. They'll advance further than in real life.
Oh, yeah. In a scenario like this, the Russians probably would be pushing for France. They'd probably just keep going, thinking that they'd eventually prevail over everything.
Yeah. What would also be? I think the Italians, they would probably join the Allies just like to help as a shield against the Soviets.
Yeah, honestly, I can envision it where Germany would be on the brink of collapse, and Greater Germany would collapse to the Russians, and then the Italians would swap over, and the remaining German forces, and now the Free French and the Italians, would join the Allies in opposing the Soviets.
Yeah. The Balkans will be filled with British and Italian troops. It would just be hell.
Yeah.
So, okay, what's going to happen to German Africa?
My guess would be that the Great Britain would probably try to liberate France, and then France would get all of this back.
Okay. Italy wouldn't get Tunisia or anything?
No. Sucks to lose.
Okay. And I'm assuming Malta will be given back to Britain.
Mm-hmm.
It never was captured by Italy, but still. So now that's with Africa done, and the Free French, and the Soviets.
Get a nice shade of blue for France.
Okay. I'm just drawing the boundary.
Oh. There we go. This would be your French.
Yeah. And the mainland France would probably be embattled or something, the Soviets.
Yeah.
And so this is all Soviet. This will be a cool scenario, just like War Room, but instead it's World War III. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think actually it'd be an interesting scenario if basically at this moment, next round, the Soviets take Greater Germany, and then Germany surrenders, and they kind of swap out the Germany is replaced by France, and then it's
Yeah.
France and Italy and the other allies against the Soviets.
You know, this is like the second time we've talked about the Free French being a character, which is a strange
Yeah.
coincidence. And what about the Nordics? Would they also
I
kind of?
honestly feel like the Soviets would grab as much as they possibly could.
I have
Because
a-
as it stands, if you were to guess one more round, the Soviets, I don't know if they'd take Germany, but they'd be pushing against it, and this guy would just snag Norway.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I have a feeling that Denmark, though, since there's like American guys, I think they'll just about take Denmark in time.
Yeah, so the Soviets would be looking at this,
Yeah,
and the Soviets would be looking at this.
yeah. So the Allies just about control a tiny sliver of Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was pretty interesting. It's good game. This is gonna be pure pain to edit, though. This is gonna take ages to edit.
Yeah, I think the deal breaker, like the two deal breakers for me, are actually like the two moments that made things really significant. One was Sea Lion cutting up just short, and like literally just short.
Only one infantry.
Essentially, because there's these few British units that if one German guy had survived, you'd be able to snag these 3 units that are here,
Yeah, they would
and then
have.
that would have given you something to defend with, and you could have and maybe landed some of the fighters that were available, whatever else. Like there could have been an attempt at defending Great Britain after it was taken.
With the Brits, I would have enough power to fight back the Soviets. I think it could have been maybe a win if I was lucky enough.
Yeah, I think with these 3 stacks in France, plus any resources coming in from Britain, that would have given some options to kind of consolidate some units in Greater Germany and begin a pushback. Because the Soviets, like as strong as their position is, there's Axis units here and here and here. Like, it's not a solid front line. It's actually really flimsy.
Yeah, just filled with random troops.
3 armor against 2 infantry. The Germans have a huge advantage in Ukraine. And there's not a lot of many Soviet units around to balance that out.
I'm surprised all these battles lasted for so long. We never broke through. Well, you never broke through this like whole front line, which I developed.
Yeah. Well, that was a decision to push guys past into these two. Like
that just made a huge mess.
Yeah, that was it. Like I pushed guys in to get the pins, and then pushed past to get these 2 territories and get Finland. And that's probably what screwed Germany more than anything else, because that's 6 stress in its own. Like 1 full level was just these 3 territories.
Yeah, if this was just wow, I'm gonna end the recording right now, and I hope everyone's enjoyed this game. It was quite a huge game.